Hey there and welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, let's get right into it. Now today's video is going to be making a tier list of all of the TV shows I have ever watched. There is a lot, but the categories I will be using to rank the television shows I've watched in are as follows: personal favorite TV shows, highly recommended TV shows, shows that are worth the watch, pretty good shows, passable shows. Basically, it's not too good, not too bad. It can be background noise. Disappointing shows, shows you expected a little bit more from, but didn't deliver, and shows that were a complete waste of my time. In waste of time, we have Greenhouse Academy, Shadowhunters, The Secret Circle, 666 Park Avenue, The Lion Game, Sugar Rush, Witches of East End, and Jessica Jones. Disappointing is Friends from College, Bloodline, Girls, Paranoid, Scream, Rectify, Gypsy, The Mist, Between, The Returned, 13 Reasons Why, Disenchantment, and Love. Impassable, there is Lizzie Borden, That 70s Show, You, New Girl, Marcella, Imposters, 90210, Kimmy Schmidt, Nailed It, Another Life, Slasher, The Affair, Limitless, Aquarius, Flaked, Girl Boss, Blacklist, The 4400, Black Summer, Collateral, Cougar Town, Designated Survivor, Skins, The End of the Effing World, Lovesick, Darknet, Community, The Killing, The Five, Once Upon a Time, Spaced, The Originals, Frequency, Revenge, Crashing, Riverdale, Awkward, Quantico, Vampire Diaries, The Island, and Flight of the Conchords. In pretty good, there's Dexter, Grey's Anatomy, From Dusk Till Dawn, Schitt's Creek, Workaholics, Misfits, Gossip Girl, Halt and Catch Fire, Santa Clarita Diet, Dynasty, River, RuPaul's Drag Race, Animal Kingdom, Futurama, Arrow, Ascension, Homeland, Gotham, Dark Matter, Supergirl, Hannibal, Friends, Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, Colony, Glitch, Orange is the New Black, and Salvation. In Worth the Watch, there's Dear White People, Bandersnatch, Dead to Me, Good Girls, Californication, Freaks and Geeks, iZombie, Lost Girl, Scandal, Criminal Minds, Jane the Virgin, Penny Dreadful, American Dad, One Tree Hill, Wanted, Winona Earp, True Blood, F is for Family, Scandal, Travelers, This Is Us, and Stranger Things. Highly recommended TV shows is Being Erica, Maniac, BoJack Horseman, Mindhunter, Shameless, Bates Motel, Van Helsing, Mad Men, American Horror Story, Sense8, The Umbrella Academy, Russian Doll, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Orphan Black, Altered Carbon, The OA, Good Place, and Black Mirror. And last but not least, we have my personal favorites, which is Big Mouth, 6 Feet Under, Weeds, Arrested Development, Z Nation, United States of Terra, Lost, Euphoria, Lucifer, IT Crowd, and The 100. I'm just going to take a minute to discuss my personal favorites, give a little bit of a background synopsis, and maybe why I like them. So with Big Mouth, the series follows a group of 7th graders, including best friends Nick Birch and Andrew Glauberman, as they navigate their way through puberty with struggles like masturbation and sexual arousal, all in the suburbs of New York City. So it's a very raunchy TV show, and it's animated, it's hilarious, it's incredible, and it takes you back to being young and slowly figuring things out, and it's just hilarious. If you've never seen Big Mouth, they've just come out with a 3rd season on Netflix. Absolutely hilarious. Definitely get into that. 6 Feet Under is a television show that depicts the lives of the Fisher family, who run a funeral home in Los Angeles along with their friends and lovers. Now, that is the most basic way I can summarize 6 Feet Under, but it is the most incredible show I've ever watched. There is extreme amounts of character development. The storylines are complex. There's so much depth in the show, and everyone does such an incredible job portraying the characters that they are. I feel like 6 Feet Under is more of an experience than just watching a television show. And I know that sounds a little corny, but if we're really getting down to brass tacks, I mean, 6 Feet Under is the most incredible show you could ever think to watch. Weeds. I love Weeds. Nancy Botwin is a single mother who lives in Agrestic, a fictional suburb of Los Angeles, with her 2 children, 15-year-old Silas and 10-year-old Shane, when the series begins. The pilot opens a few weeks after the untimely death of Nancy's husband, Judah, who had a heart attack while jogging with their younger son, Shane. Now, that is literally the beginning of the series, and if anyone's ever watched Weeds, you know shit gets crazy towards the end of the series. Like after season 1, season 2, things just get progressively more and more complicated. But it's hilarious. But it's one of those shows that's just, it gravitates you towards it. And I feel like all of the actors do really well in their roles. That's just me. Arrested Development. Now, Arrested Development I could watch every day of my life. I literally fall asleep to the sound of Michael Bluth's voice every night. And I wake up to seeing the Bluth family on my screen. And I'm never happier. Michael Bluth, a widower with a 13-year-old son named George Michael, is forced to keep his large and dysfunctional family together after his father is arrested for shifty accounting practices at the family-owned conglomerate, and the Bluth family assets are frozen, making each member of the eccentric family panic. That is an understatement. That is a really good synopsis of Arrested Development. I like whoever wrote this on IMDb. If you ever wanted to see a young Michael Cera, that is the show to watch. Z Nation. With humankind's survival at stake, the ragtag band embarks on a journey of survival across 3,000 miles of rusted-out post-apocalyptic America. Z Nation follows a team of everyday heroes led by Lieutenant Warren during their epic struggle to save humanity. I absolutely loved Z Nation. It's an incredible show. I love the take they have on zombies. And I mean, you couldn't find a more badass lead lady. United States of Terra. The series follows the life of Tara, played by Toni Collette, a suburban housewife and mother coping with dissociative identity disorder. The series was based on an idea by Steven Spielberg, who is the executive producer of this project. Now, for me personally, The United States of Tara was groundbreaking to watch. It's a show, like I said, about someone coping with dissociative identity disorder, which other people may know as multiple personality disorders. It's not referred to as that anymore, but that might be something that you've heard before and you know what that is. So what I love about this show is it shows someone who's struggling with a form of mental health and dealing with family, but it also shows how the family members are affected by the person struggling with mental health. And it's just a very interesting dynamic to watch. Lost. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be, coming for me in the comments because I put Lost as one of my all-time favorite shows. So Lost was an American television series about airplane crash survivors on a tropical island in the South Pacific. Most episodes showed in the present, combined with stories from a character's past or future. It's created by J.J. Abrams and Damon Lindelof and Jeffrey Lieber. Incredible show. If you've never seen it, just know that you're getting into a lot. Anything you think you know about the world of Lost, you don't know, and it will get flipped on its head and turned around in about a minute. When it comes to the ending, now this is where everyone's going to be like, when it comes to the ending of Lost, read up about it. Because once it's explained to you, if you didn't already understand what was going on, it is such a beautiful ending. And yes, everything that happens on the island is real, okay? They were not always dead. Get at me, okay? Euphoria. Euphoria follows a group of high school students through their experiences of sex, drugs, friendships, love, and trauma. That is such a basic synopsis for Euphoria. If you struggle with mental health, if you struggle with identity, if you struggle with friends and life, or just being a teenager or being a young adult, I feel like Euphoria definitely combines all of those ideas together, and it makes an incredible experience to watch. How 6 Feet Under is an experience, Euphoria is its own experience. I really enjoyed it. Zendaya has an incredible performance, so does Hunter Schafer, who plays Jules, and the soundtrack by Labyrinth is impeccable. So if you haven't watched it already, I'd say definitely get into it. Lucifer is a series that revolves around Lucifer Morningstar, played by Tom Ellis, the devil who abandons hell for Los Angeles, where he runs his own nightclub and becomes a consultant to the LAPD. Now that sounds like a very silly premise, but once you watch Lucifer and see Tom Ellis as Lucifer, it is amazing. Such a good show. The IT Crowd is set in the offices of the fictional London business giant Renham Industries and follows the story of 3 colleagues and friends there, Roy, Maurice, and Jen Baba, who work in the dingy, unkept IT department in the basement. IT Crowd is absolutely hilarious. It is a British TV show. The 3 actors, Chris O'Dowd, Richard Ayoade, and Catherine Parkinson, they make such a great trio together, and I mean, Matt Berry is hilarious in this show. And if you have no idea who I'm talking about, you just need to get in on it, okay? Maybe it's a secret world that you're just not a part of, but you should be a part of it. Last but not least, we have The 100. The setting is 97 years after a devastating nuclear apocalypse wipes out almost all of life on Earth. The future is jeopardized by overpopulation. 100 juvenile detainees are sent to Earth in a last attempt to determine whether it is habitable. Now that is basically the synopsis of Season 1. Everything after Season 1 gets crazier and crazier and crazier, but it is brilliant. I find that the idea of The 100 and the storyline and the premise that they follow, it's such a neat concept, and I think that for the most part they execute it really well, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I know they're going to be stopping at 100 episodes, and it'll be really interesting to see how they decide to end the story of the characters. Now that's just a quick little summary of the personal favorites that I have listed here. If you've ever seen any of these shows before, if you would rank them differently, you can always let me know in the comments. If you didn't see your favorite TV show here as well, I have watched a lot of TV shows, but I have not watched everything. So feel free to suggest TV shows to me. You know, there's never enough TV to watch, if that makes sense. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.